Thank you so much. Good evening. Good evening. This is the Real Woman in Me Show. And I'm your Lady Reverend Mrs. Charlotte Odro. I welcome all of you to the page. Thank you so much. Invite somebody to join. Tell somebody we are live, we are kicking, we are strong. I know you are fine. I know you are doing well. I thank God for your life. I'm so grateful for the life God has given to all of us. I welcome all of you. Welcome somebody to join. Thank you so much. It's another Tuesday, and I want to thank all of you who wish Apostle happy birthday. Thank you. Saturday was his birthday, and Sunday was the celebration, and it was so beautiful. The love, the everything. I don't know what to say, but on behalf of the Real Woman in Me, we want to say thank you for all the love you showed to Apostle on his birthday. For those who wish, for those who send him money, those who attended to the program, it's just too much. It's only God that will do this. Thank you all. Thank you. And God bless all of you. And I thank God for life that He has given unto us. There's something I want to address before we come to today's topic, or we discuss what we are going to discuss today. You see, we have made, we are talking about cheating today and how to keep your home today. I want us to understand this. Marriage, it's not for you. It's not for me. Marriage is God. So you cannot go and marry on your own understanding, or try to marry or maintain the marriage by your own understanding. Today I was speaking to Love FM Kumasi, and we're discussing some issues, and I want to make this thing clear. Listen, check your hearts. Check the things you can endure, things you can stand. Check the things you can't stand. Be careful who you choose as your partner. Listen, let's be clear here. Because this journey of marriage, if you are not clear and you think it's all about the physical aspect, you will crash. Yes, it's good to keep your home clean, be neat and all that. No. But apart from that, there is a woman that is so perfect when it comes home. Cleaning everything you ask, she's doing well. But the marriage is still not working. You see, if you will neglect or try to say that you don't believe in some things, that is your choice. But when it happens to you, you will believe it. I want to beg everybody who is watching me to understand this. There are so many things going on Facebook, social media, so many issues happening. But when I sit back, I cry within. And I ask myself, God, is it that we don't know what marriage is all about? Is it that we are not listening? You see now, I see many marriage counselors, many people, that the things God used me to say, that they were even insulting me with what God used me to say, they are now saying the same thing now. I have come to meet people. Now I see counselors, I see them on social media, it pops up. And the things I said years ago, 2 years and last year, that people came on me and insulted me and said a whole lot of things. The reason I wasn't bothered, because it wasn't me saying it, God was directing me to say it. There's some things when I say, I myself, I feel, come on, it's a little hard. But I'm not going to listen to men and reject God. I listen to what God tells me to do. I cannot be directed by anybody except God. I love people telling me, give me advice. Yes, but advice is always welcome. But if it's not in the line of God, forget it. I am too stubborn for that. No, it's God and God alone. Let's not use the altar for jokes. Let's not use the altar of God to make comment. That the same comments we make will destroy the house of God or destroy the kingdom of God. We can be joking, but be careful where you stand when you are joking. I'm so, the whole of the day, I'm not of myself. We are taking God for granted. Marriage was instituted by God. That is it. Whether you believe it or not, you didn't create this world. You came to meet it. And there are ordinances and the way God wanted to be. It said the marriage bed should not be defiled. What do we see? Men of God are cheating. People are cheating. People with stature, we call them honorables. We call them men of dignities, of highest level in life. They think cheating is normal. It is okay. Fine. That's okay. That's their choice. Because you don't feed them, so they have the right to do what they do. But when you die, you will understand why God instituted marriage. If you can't do it, don't go into it. If you can stay in it, go into it. There is nobody whose marriage is so peaceful. Everybody has got his own issues. Everybody. But we are all working out. We are working it out. Be careful the cycle you are in, the friends, the so-called people you are in. There's some people, they are happy today, they are smiling, and then you see, I want to say this. If your marriage has not tested the waters, be ready for it. You can't trust your partner for now if your marriage has not gone through or been tested by the waters. Let's be watchful, men of God, women of God. Let's be watchful. If God has called us, we are privileged to be called. It's a privilege, it's an honor to be called a man of God, a woman of God. Let's not abuse the altar for jokes. For God cannot be mocked. For God cannot be played with. For life cannot be your own. For life belongs to this man. He's up there. It is him. He's inside. He's around us. Be careful. Let's be careful the thing we know. God, if you know you are married and you are cheating on your wife, it is your judgment. It's your cup. The time God will appear, maybe you will die before God will appear. After your death, you will remember there was a young girl somewhere who was nobody, as you call it. You will respect that person. Listen, it's not for jokes. It's not for fun. My heart is so bleeding because the society, this world, this Ghana we are in, this Africa, this world that we are in, we don't support anybody. We don't push you when you're going ahead. But when you want to fall, they will support you to fall down. They are ready to bring you down to the pit. When we see a brother suffering or a sister suffering, we are quick to judge. In short, somebody is waiting to hear that they say a marriage has collapsed. What do you gain out of it? What do we gain? Are we not supposed to be our brother's keeper? Where is the word of God? Where is the word of God? Where is the fear of God? Where are we heading to? Everybody want to buy somebody to get higher. Everybody want to step on somebody to destroy somebody to get higher. Listen, if a brother or a sister is suffering today, don't be happy. Stand with them and pray with them because you don't know what is ahead of you. Nobody knows. Marriage is not a joke. So if you're standing on the platform given to you by God, be careful the words that comes out of him, because if you are not careful, those words will be played back to you the day of judgment. And how many souls were distracted by those words? You'll be paid by it. You'll be paid by it. Let's be careful. Somebody said, "Mommy, we saw your some the bloggers are using. You said that if my husband cheats on me, I'm not leaving him because the man has got too much for me to lose. So I'm going to stand with you." And you get people who have got a cast to open their mouth and they insult. And I ask myself, what is it with us? If somebody says something and you don't agree, that's the insult. What is it for? What do we gain? You may not agree with me today, but as far as it's not from man, but it's from God, it will hit you later. We have the perspective of man when it comes to advice. Men perspective advice, and we have divine perspective when it comes to advice. Which one are you following? Is it the perspective of men or the perspective of God? You need to be careful. Sometimes men's advice may look good and seem okay, but it may not be the right advice from God. Let's be watchful. Let's be careful. If a brother is dying, stand by them and support them. If a sister is giving up, stand by them and support them. For marriage, it's not easy. And if you're not married, please don't be in a rush. Find who you are. Understand why you have to marry. Know why you must be married. If you know you can't do it, it is not by force. Live your life. Please God. And that's it. But if you enter into it, don't come back and give me excuses why you want to divorce. And if you want to divorce, it is also your choice. You don't need to die before you say, I should have. No, we don't die to marry. We live to marry. So if you know you've made a mistake and the marriage is almost killing you, leave and go and seek God and let God work it out for you. For there is no situation God cannot work. So if the marriage is not working, if then everything is not working, go and seek God and let God work on the marriage for you. There's nothing God cannot repair. Nothing. I just want us to know this. There is a cross ahead of us. So there is a journey. We are embarking on the journey. I don't have peace in my marriage. You don't have peace. But we make it work. Where is the peace? You create your peace. I've not married an angel. He has not married an angel. We have an issue. We have issues. Everybody has such issues. But sometimes we overlook some of the things we work at, some of the things we talk about, some of the things we just let it go and move on. Marriage is about understanding why you need to marry. Marriage is all about who you are and who you want to be tomorrow. Marriage is all about the kind of person you want to add up to your life, where the two of you are heading towards. Your temperament, the patience, the fear, the respect, the obedience, submissive, your love, God, and everything. The rest of it, you can go ahead with it. You enjoy it. So don't be pushed in marriage. And if the situation is so bad, look on the other side. It's good. So it may be bad to you today, but if you look at it in a different way, it may not be the same thing. We may all be looking at one side at a direction. You see different, I see different. Because we all have a different perspective. So what you see doesn't mean that's the end of the story. Other people can come and view it and have different options about it. Why don't we ask for the options? Ask God. Why don't we seek God? Because the divorce rate is getting too high. People are getting married and they are divorcing. Let's be watchful for this journey with God. It's not your feeling, it's God. Yeah, it's God. So today, we are talking. And as I stand here, I will always say the truth to you. If you believe it, fine. If you don't believe it, it's still your choice. Nobody has ever come to force anybody on what to believe. I speak as the Lord directs me, and I'm done with it. Please, there are people who are dying emotionally in their marriages, dying emotionally in their relationship. Some don't even know what to do again. Some say, Mommy, I've crashed. I don't know what to do again. My dear, when I get crushed, the only thing I hold on to is God. Let me give you one story, let me tell you something before I get into this. I'm getting too emotional tonight, but I pray God will help me for us to understand this. When I got married to my husband, I think 6 years ago, if I remember, we were 8 years in the marriage or 7 years in the marriage. We were sleeping at the church here. My marriage was so tough. Nothing was working. We never had understanding. The way I think is different. The way he thinks is different. We had friction everywhere. I remember once the Lord told me, go and buy me a pulpit. And I didn't have the money, so I called my younger brother and said, you know what, bring money, let's add up. Let's buy this pulpit and bring it to the church. And then my brother brought the money. I brought half. We bought the pulpit. It was on my birthday. We bought the pulpit. And I placed the pulpit at the church. So my birthday was 4th September. So I placed the pulpit on the 3rd of September. So that night, the next day of my birthday, I slept under the pulpit the whole of the 3rd to the 4th of September because I was so going through too much pain. I cried the whole night under the pulpit. I said, Father, I'm tired. And I was asking God questions. This, I've not done this. Meaning, say I've done this. Father, why am I going through pain? I was telling God, I've never done abortion before. That was my little mind. I didn't know that's not how it works. I told God, look at me. I was a virgin when I got married. Father, look at me. I've never had abortion before. Father, look at me. What did I do wrong? I've not taken anybody's husband. Whatever. I was saying a lot of things to God. He didn't mind me when I was saying all those things. Now, I didn't know God didn't need my petty kids jokes. He wanted me to ask him, where are you taking me? That's the only thing God wanted me to say. And I was walking around the bush, I say unnecessary things. He never minded me. He kept silent for some months before one day God told me, shut up and listen to me. You should ask me, where are you taking me to? Give me strength on the journey because there are tougher times ahead of you. On that day when the Lord told me that was when I cleaned my face. I said, I'm not crying again. I'm stronger than, I always say this, I am stronger than my pain. The reason why I said abuse but useful is that many of us have been too much abused with pain, too much. There are too much scars when we remove our dresses. There's too much scars on our body. I mean emotionally, I mean physically, every aspect of it. We don't smile because we are okay. No, we've gone through the abuse. We've gone through the abuse of the mind, emotionally, psychologically. We've gone through it. Pain. People reject you of nothing you don't know about. Some people reject you whilst you don't even know what you did wrong. But they accuse you. People don't want you again. People don't like you again. And that thing was killing. People judge you wrongly. We've gone to hell. In our marriages, it has not been easy. It's still not easy. But when the Lord spoke, because I wanted to end, because I wanted to quit. I know most of you have done worse. We all make our mistakes in our times of difficulties. So be careful who you judge when they are falling. Stand with them, because you don't know the pain they are going through. They just need a word. Just a word to make them stay and be strong again. My word came from God, and I stood up and I said, I won't cry again. I'm going to stand, fight, and win this battle. It has never been easy. I don't know, but I saw one of our big stars, funny face, going through a lot of things and crying and all that. We need to stand with each other. We don't know what they go through in their mind. Let's stop accusing and judging people. Funny face. All I've been praying that God give you strength to see his face. When you hear the voice from God, it's more than hearing the voice of man. So listen, brother, may the voice of God be sound in your mind, so you can stand up again, be strong again, and move, because the journey ahead is bigger. You need the strength to stand. Let's stop accusing and bringing people down. Insult. Let's stop it. Stand with each other. Build each other. For it is never easy. It's not easy. That's my little advice I want to give. Then we just go on with Sandra to discuss some of the things you have to do to keep yourself. Because someone asking that question. Today I'll talk more. I just wanted to give one or two things about what people are asking. She should tell you the things she used to keep herself tight and good and all that. So I'll let her say a little of those things, and then while she's talking, I'll be popping up with some of the things as the Lord directs me and how I do it. Listen, on my show, the Real Woman in Me show, I don't listen to anybody for direction. I listen to God, but I listen to advice on how we should do it. But the best person that gives me advice is God. And I love you all. I thank God for God speaks to some of you to give me advice. And you can see this one is from God. When you speak to God, he say, no, listen, someone is going to bring it to you. So sometimes, you see, I don't know, but I love you all. The prayer, someone say, Mommy, why that? And then I know that this is why God said this to me. Some of you, your questions, your love, your options, the things you say to me, tells me and confirms the things God is. But somebody want to come and tell you, no, then do this or do it that way, please. Don't come and do that. I beg you, I respect you. But don't ever come and tell me that, if God is speaking to you, you shouldn't do it. I should leave God and come and listen to you. Who are you? Who do you think you are? I should leave God to come and listen to you. Never. It's only God and you are the last part. So I know some people have been calling, hey, leave God aside and do this. I should leave God aside and do what? If I don't have God, I'm dead. You can go. I don't even need you here. Thank you so much. And I welcome all of you. I'm going to continue with it. Sandra.
Mommy.
As I say.
Boko.
All right. You may go for some question yesterday about and no be and I will say, I'm saying, Mama, watch your it's you know.
Me that was a wakwenya divia with the mammy. More amateur platform, so Yami Shira Win and why. The Pachoy, I'm on subscribe with YouTube.
Reverend Dr. Charlotte Drew. Yeah. What for Mama Bibri?
Yeah.
Why your name Bibri? Your life with God now. What is say?
That's a question we say, and easy say, life for me cool, mano. And yes, I'm starting no. I'm sorry, I'm starting, but I shall say for me, more phrase. And the crana me pese me twini bibi kakra ko.
Okay.
Wana sebi obi wo hwa. Ne maami aka baby. Ne papa aka baby. Na odi adefo a wodi ade no. Woni ye de akwala na mam. we kremu agina se wo beginya memmoa na waje sa akola ne se wo hwe no obi won so akofo obi ba we kurase tu di aba wonchen e we bi akra ha ne ma me ni misa akra no wo ho wa hyebo bebre me ni be kostu me ni se fe wodi akra ne bedu ya wodi ne fa nyama bebre mu but parent ni nim omo fra no ma akra na e kama no ne parent na kasa na me pese me twi ni bibi because mami say obi nsore keke se ni amami wo kan ye no nyame nhira pa wo sa asem na wo kan ho se obi tofom a ensore keke njeje da bi bo nyame mpa yo nyame obo a wo de wata wachi a wo nhwe fom no because me ken kan bible mi se nyankopon se wo mo amoye den mo a won na mere eti se obi ahwe fom a enu kwan se o ma wani ji because osore a yese ne wahwe fom ne nya ize se wa wugina ho no ko ne wahwe fom obetimi epagya na gina wa wugina ho ne wokohwe ase wan ne beso nti onse me yankasa me ni me papa ena me mami abijan ena okoye na ne yesi kumase na no wo because one say ma asem no wo mo nim deep about asem no ebi shemi nkuran na mo amuhye minkura ne nyame hira mo papa ne nyame nya mo kese because mami wonso nyame nya okese wate nyame pagya papa na bo che nyame ahye wo no so hye no wan mo bo no hye Abraham no mo bo ne wan feli sa bo ne na mo ma ho brase ne gina wo gina ma awrade ne nyame de wo kodu sa bo hye ne so ma ne ye ni mo Abraham ba ya bete sa ba kwasam yeso ye de hye ye wunkuran ya o nyame nya okese mami enya se aha na me dwa manum ana se me ye me de me nya pretend na me bibia me ye ne se ne mete ya me nya okese pa because mami se ne awote no da bia me bompa ka che nya me se woni daddy ma ho brase ensuo ne se ne a makum ni padua ma ewiase afefede na mudi mu wasi wa ma Kristo o nyame ko fa obosu ni mabra boso san kwesi mo men dry up da nhum ni hunam because enamo so ma se wan wa bro kire nyina ni me Sandra ka me de me ne hwan me na bo mi di mi ni mo chiro spelling mi nim calculator mu mi nim date mu but wan hwe se ni amete wo ma me chance ko ba bia de me ko me timi dwas mi so wo cap mo kura wo mpo wo ma mi som wo mantle papa wo nyame tumi wo ma cha sa wo ti wo nya nipa normal keke na wo ti bi ma me so akwanya wo mi hu fi sei mama akwanya se mi so wa de mu bag mu no
nka se hu fi
nya ma nyame nya okese because wa bro kire we send me ska se ma Sandra we so be ma wo se ya de ma me ana de ama me atade de ma wo nyina wo de ma me enyo bi na be ni sa because se mi ni mo mo enti ka begu fo so mi so mi ni mo so be fa na so de ni nyina ama me pepe uchi o mi sani am pepepe ne wa send wa kasa so ma mi bi me da wa se pa me na mo mi ni account so bo am se mi ni account na wo so kura wo be gi ATM am se ma mi ni mo se da bi na kire wo mu me da wa se pa nyame nya okese papa nyame hira wate nyame hira mo hye mi nkura nyame nya mo kese wa wo do 10 pesos ana wo do nkura nhye edu suma mami di mame no nyame nya mu nyina kese wate so wo abrochire na se onyame nyina ya basa o papers nkoso wa wale sam document obu apesa wo badan obesi wo dan bi ade bia da wakoma so no senia baby amu ni degree nyame de mu akona me kwase yi obi timi nyame ho time spend credit fi abrochire shemi nkuran send me 10 pesos no onyame nya mo kese wate na ne o se onyankopon se so obi fam ohiani ade a obi ma ohiani ade na oya na adoye a ode fam ono awrade na merepam no wo sa ni pakoko ahihia mo onyankopon de bemma wo ne amodi ama mi nyina nyame fa ma mo back wate ne da mase na ne enti a ama me ko ye beba ne awo kan bate da makoma so menka because bebre nse da nim deep to obu a oba ayi ni sukuro ti mi di matam la so obi sa na obi o wa so de fie na wo ye sei na wo ye sei na wo ye sei na asema me pese me kan se we say me maame ko me wo Abidjan no na mabusuani bia nim say me maame akwa wo Abidjan because Kumasi na north na te say na me papa yi ono me ne na atwempra na me ne na wo oni mi kurom oni ba bia me fi da oni mi kurom kura na me mai so akasa kwa ni mi kurom sa na me maame de ne so akoye me maame ko Kumasi ho na aja obo ne bra because
de ne bi
me de be so ono ba ko na nipa no one na wo eya me bra pani a me si mi hu no ono so hwehwa mi one ne wo ye no saa tam na Nigeria baso fofra say Nigeria ya abrochire ne ya kwa abuja na saa asoli ya yesi edi ko jambo omumu yi no mo na sisi form ya ba o mo ko mo so kane o mo so candle munum kane a mo so kan mu yesi enti na ma papa de yesa asofu ni me bra papa ne nyina wo ho no ne eja brefa ya adwuma pa ne nyina wo ho but mi hia ne da onu so hia me da minimo no so da enti na o yesa adwuma bi saa ta ne fe na Nigeria ba so foforo wo bututu ahoho ma je se na mu firi ha no ko ho Nigeria nti ko no na me maame ekura me bra ketekete ngengen no ko yi ti o ko shema na mbere nya 15 years ata menya na phone na abu phone bi ani wala ta ni ho hwiri otu bi tu kwan na che se
yes eno
no nti ya se me maame atwan ya won ma ti frustration mu na me bra ko 18 years eno odi tu patako kuma ase ti o ko she kuma ase na che se na me so mi fi ko fodi a me ba akra ha ya ma ba bebo me egwa wa hai a mi nko mi krom che wa no odi ko shia me papa nti oni ni nyina na ewo ho na ne yese saa tam so no na Abidjan ya ba fofra nkofo ko wo mom ko ban so mbe wi pa ko me se me ma me nua no mo ko Abidjan nyina abewu
me ya ne tu me so be wu ye
ba
Abidjan no
ayo wo mu nyina abewu nti no na saa tam ne na ba so ache se ma na ekọ wan ko bia se wo fie die ani bia ni ho eti abra saa time so ne yase efe na kupa na ne ya yakasi gold ye gold na kupa do stand na kupa ne yase ye gold enti me maame ne yase aso ne me papa twen papa bi stock akra bi okuma ase mana abayi wa omoteche wa so ano akwa ano saa time so ne yase an roba so no okuma ase pa ti omokwada da kwa an roba si be bu ebe sesa nyama nyina na me maame won se ma de awurawura no odiko hia adamfo ho nti adamfo no kwa Abidjan ba ko fa sa kupa yi oba na odi aba sopa na osan ko oka che me maame so na ne ho ofe so oka che maame se awu si ha edwumo kro ya di mutu kwa links ayenya wo sanya wuti wonya ko pe wo wabusua 3 days pombe yi be sin na ja be me ni enko
namfo
yi be sin eti na me papa nso nim se me maame no ne best friend ene me maame adamfo yo kwa Abidjan be no ni adamfo bia ne best friend ti se ofi Abidjan ba me maame no eti me ko ono kwa sa me papa nso me papa oni ba bia maame fi ebe pem ne wo oni me maame fi o sani ame me papa ni me fi but me dey lack ni say me ma papa me busuafo no wan bi wa nti oni mo but only dey apart from sa na adamfo no me papa nim me maame abusua ni bia ti me papa kwa say oni say maame ewo so oni mo me nim nti oba otimi ko spend be say 3 days 4 days wo me okwa saa time se ne yesi Abidjan ka na ba na 12 12 midnight ene etuko nti oba na okọ ne nchen nti say na menada fraka che se mo be ma no ne wo na amane enye so obeka so mo nko because saa time so Abidjan wo bi obeko bi oba na abewu ti menya sure so oni pa be pene say ko because so mi so saa those time ko akere pere bra na omkobo oba no mo di HIV na saa time so HIV abu
na insurance bo mu
bobo no yes your friend bobo yeah enti me maame ba be kono say enye ade a first time so anytime bi o mo be ko bi maame ni be fi Abidjan ba bi o kono
sana me ba o